Shout out to Herman Miller for sponsoring this video. Here are some of my favorite things on my first minimalist desk. Kind of minimalist, but not really. Minimalist for me. My plant that is absolutely thriving. This was her 3 years ago. My cat, this sassy miniature cat that can hold things like AirPods, not practical at all. My notebook that I always have on me, this peachy flip clock. And of course, my beautiful new Herman Miller Cosm chair. So last summer I was juggling a lot. I was moving again. I was probably doing like 4 to 6 video projects a month. There was a lot of life stuff. You know, I am an expert at the art of overwhelm. I have truly mastered it. And my desk, well, it reflected my chaoticness. It was a lot. It was this massive L desk in the middle of our house. It was the first thing that people would see when they walked in. You know, I had my big video editing PC. I had all the lights and cameras built into the desk for podcasts and Zooms. It truly did all of the things. It was physically large and just everything on it was just, you know, a lot. And come to think of it, I have literally only had over the top desk setups. When I got pregnant, I got really, really sick the first trimester, and it forced me to stop everything. For the first time in like a decade, I literally didn't do anything. Yes, I was miserably sick, but it was kind of a blessing in disguise because I realized your girl was just doing way too much, and I realized that I really wanted to simplify everything in my life. And where I couldn't maybe simplify, I just wanted to get very organized. So yeah, you know, I've been really channeling this nesting energy. The house looks good. I really like my desk setup, my simple desk setup. And you know, in those 3 to 4 hours a day that I get to work, I crush it. So yeah, let's hop into the desk. At the center, we have my M1 MacBook Pro. So it's the Pro chip, not the Max, and I've had this for years, and the fact that it still chugs along is a testament to how actually amazing Apple Silicon is. Now, it's always kind of been my laptop. This is the first time I've used it at the center of all of my things instead of a fancy, you know, desktop PC, and it's been doing really, really good. I've had more admin work that I've been having to do, just getting my life organized, and so just having the simplicity of an Apple ecosystem, you know, with my iPhone and sharing content, having iMessage, all of those things, I kind of forgot how nice that is to have, so I have been enjoying that. That said, now that I'm ramping videos back up and I'm posting videos that are like 40, 50 minutes long, I'm sending off proxies to an editor, I'm using some more Resolve AI features, you know, like Magic Mask and stuff, that is where this slows down. So I really need a new computer. I need a desktop. I don't know if I'm just gonna upgrade the PC or if I'm gonna try a Mac Studio. That would definitely go with a more minimalistic vibe, because honestly, there is not enough room for the setup to have a big PC. I really wish I could just go with an updated MacBook with like an M3 Max chip, but in my experience with video editing, having a desktop goes a long way. So I don't think this will last much longer, but for the past year, it has been really great. And honestly, I love having a 2-display setup like this. I know a lot of people love to fold their laptop somewhere and just have a nice keyboard mouse setup, but honestly, in Resolve and Lightroom and Photoshop, I love just having the trackpad right here. I find myself using the trackpad more than my Logitech MX Master 3, which is surprising, very minimal and functional, and I've enjoyed it. See, I feel like I'm actively talking myself into just upgrading the laptop. So yeah, we'll see. Let me know what you think. And you can probably tell this is the Apple Studio display. I actually really love this display so much that I used it with my Windows setup. You know, I had that special USB-C to DisplayPort cable. I'll link in the description below. It's very hard to find, but you can make it work on a Windows computer. But the fact now that, you know, all I need is one Thunderbolt cable and it charges my laptop, and it's so easy. It's very color accurate. Once you dial in the right resolve settings and stuff, you just trust that the image that you're getting from your computer when you're editing is going to be identical to what people are watching on their iPhones. We got the trusty Lab 22 phone stand over here. I can plug it into my USB-C power if I want power. And now that baby girl is actually doing way better at sleeping in her bassinet, we basically have one of those fancy Nanit Pro cameras, and I'll just keep the app pulled up here, keep an AirPod in so I can listen to her and monitor her, and it's just really great to have here as I'm trying to get work done at 2 a.m. on the night shift. Now, the actual brand of desk has not changed for what, like 5, 6, 7 years. You guys are probably familiar with the Jarvis Jarvis desk. It is a great sit-stand desk. Both me, John, all of the desks everywhere are Jarvis. You can actually buy a Jarvis desk over at Herman Miller. And speaking of them, and speaking of this lovely chair that I'm in right now, thank you so much to Herman Miller for sponsoring this video. Okay, so you've probably heard about Herman Miller's truly iconic office chairs. You have the Aeron, you have the Embody, and the two chairs that we're adding to our spaces, the Cosm and the Sail. They come 100% assembled. Herman Miller's performance seating products are built to last, and they are backed by an industry-leading 12-year warranty. So if something goes wrong, they will send someone out to fix it. Your office chair outside of your bed is probably the one piece of furniture that you spend the most time in, especially now that so many people are working from home. This is why it is so critical to get a chair that you're not only comfortable in, but it supports you. You know, you're sitting at this desk so long, working on your hopes and dreams, you want it to support that too. And listen, today might be the day to take that leap because Herman Miller is having a spring sale where they're offering 20% off. And if you use this code on the screen, Herman Miller gave the Peachy Fam an extra 5% off. The Cosm not only looks beautiful, but it's probably the most intuitive. Its auto harmonic tilt automatically provides balance support and movement depending on your body and posture. The unique hourglass shape and continuous contour offers you lumbar support that moves with you. I personally like the idea of not having to figure out too many adjustments. You simply pull the lever up to raise and lower your seat and press the lever on the armrest to adjust the arms. I feel like this instant comfort really complements the minimalistic vibes I'm going for. You know, you just sit down and it just feels amazing. This is also what makes the Cosm fantastic for shared workspaces. It's going to feel great no matter who is sitting in it. Like all Herman Miller chairs, the Cosm comes in a lot of cool configurations. I personally really liked the studio white mineral vibe. I feel like the colors match the space well. And I also prefer having a mid back, but they also come in low and high backs. The second chair we have here is the Sail. It offers more adjustments than the Cosm and has a bold design inspired by the less is more engineering of suspension bridges. The 3D intelligent suspension back allows your spine to maintain its natural S shape, enabling a healthy posture. Sail's harmonic tilt keeps your entire back supported with a smooth, balanced ride as you recline and sit up. The lumbar support is height adjustable. To raise or lower the seat, lift the tab up on the right side of the chair. Your feet should be able to rest flat on the floor. That's how you know you have it right. Next to that tab is the tilt tension knob. This controls the resistance you feel when you lean back. On the left side of the chair, you can control the seat depth and forward tilt. The tilt limiter defines how far you can recline. The amount of customization on the Sail is quite amazing. Okay, so if I have piqued your interest, check out that link in the description below and back to the desk. I have become kind of obsessed with GroveMade. That is the desk shelf that we are using here. We have the little accessory with some pins and Carmex and all of the things here that slides in here. Having these shelves is so handy because, again, whether it's mail that I'm not reading or my notebook or I just dropped the mail that I still need to read, or whether it's the GroveMade notepad that I love so much, I tend to have pieces of paper everywhere on my desk. But having this desk shelf and having, you know, just places to put things in different levels helps it not look too terrible. Before filming this video, I actually took like 15 minutes to just reorganize and clean everything and read some of the mail that I haven't gotten to in a while. And it's actually surprising how much stuff I can just fit right here, but it still doesn't look that bad. And so having actually a smaller space has helped me. I think with organization, it forces me to tidy up like once a month or every other month. And it forces me to find ways to organize things opposed to just throwing crap on the desk like I did when I had that huge L desk. Speaking of this GroveMade notepad, I really do love it. It's really easy to just pull off my list of stuff if I need to. I love that it's super vertical. It's really great for just jotting down notes or, you know, long lists of things. I got this when I found myself writing kind of silly temporary information in my Moleskine notebooks that I've kept for like a decade. You know, I don't care about a random customer service number that I need to remember just for the day. That doesn't need to be in a notebook that I'm keeping for years and years, and sometimes look back on and, you know, kind of reminisce to what I'm doing. So a lot of that temporary, just useless information that I only need for a short amount of time, I put on here. I know having this many different forms of like notes, because you know I also keep notes digitally as well, is kind of a lot, but my brain is starting to get very scattered when I don't have a system for things. And so in some places I'm adding things, but in other places I'm taking away, because digitally I've actually started to just use Apple Notes. So when I had my PC, I was doing Microsoft OneNote and also Notion, and then also sometimes Monday.com for the management side of things. Some other people in my team use that, and it was just getting too much. And so I have completely simplified down to Apple Notes for literally everything. That's a benefit of now being 100% Mac when I used to be, you know, half Windows PC, and it's really helped my brain and it's simplified things. Now, if I expand my team again, I'll probably have to use Notion again, but right now I really only use Notion for Notion AI when I'm writing stuff. And yeah, I'm just not worrying about overcomplicating things. It's very nice. It's very minimal. I'm a minimalist. Am I talking really fast? I get excited when I talk about things like this. So other little things that I have on my desk, I keep my Ray-Ban Meta glasses here, which I'm using a lot and I love. My prescription's in here, so I use it often. We always gotta have all of the pens, all of the Sharpies, you know. We got a nice little mechanical calculator here. You know, real business is done on this. That sounded so serious. I actually use it. I love physical keys like that. Just a random wooden thing from Amazon to keep my highlighters and expo markers. It slides really nicely under this desk shelf. Desk shelves are kind of the goat, you know? We have a Pomodoro timer, which I needed all of the time before I had a kid. Now, I don't need any extra method of productivity. I don't use this at all because my time is now completely condensed to only 3 to 4 hours a day where I can get housework done and video work done. And now that I have those real limitations, I am so productive now. I've never been this productive in my life. I've tried calendar blocking before, but I know in my brain that I made those fake restraints, right? And so it's kind of crazy what can happen to your brain when you have to get things done. So I've found myself honestly more productive right now than I was before. I'm making less, but I'm using my time better, if that makes any sense at all. So when I'm working, I'm 100% working. When I'm with a baby, I'm 100% with a baby, and we're doing good. We're doing good over here. So yeah, I have a few other little trinkets like this cool monthly calendar thing that I used pre-baby, pre-chaos to kind of track priorities. This is how I was keeping track of like, hey, am I spending, you know, quality time with John? That was one of my priorities. And then also organizing and, you know, doing all of the nesting. I thought I was gonna have 3 more months of this, but as you guys know, baby girl came early. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this little desk tour. You can let me know if it's actually minimalistic. For me, it is. I've done some good work in this space for almost a year, and so I just wanted to share it with you guys. This will kind of be the part 1, and I think I'm gonna have like part 2 and 3 and 4, and we're gonna talk about cameras and then footage organization and all the things. So I actually have a lot I want to talk about when it comes to organizing my life, because it's been a decade of chaos and getting my life together, and I want you guys to be here with me, and I want you to be organized with me. 2024, we're gonna kill it. We're already like 4 or 5 months into the year. You know, whatever, it's fine. Shout out again to Herman Miller for sponsoring this video. Thank you for joining me. Smash that like button, hit that subscribe button, and until next time, everyone, stay peachy. Okay, bye.